Hello, boys and girls. Today we are taking our math test called the Farmer's Market. In this test, we will be looking at subtraction in our story problems. So as you go through this, make sure that when you set up your story or your subtraction problems, make sure that you always have the biggest number on top so that you can actually go through with all of your subtraction. Make sure you regroup when you need to. Remember our little rhyme. If there's more on top, no need to stop. If there's more on the floor, you need to go next door. Numbers the same, zero's the game. So keep that in mind as you move along this test. Make sure you read carefully and make sure you check your work when you are done. First things first, you want to make sure you have your name at the top. All right, the first problem. Now the first problem is going to use this information up top also that says Maggie goes to the farmer's market with her family. There are 32 farmers selling food at the market. There are 13 farmers who sell fruit. How many farmers do not sell fruit? Okay, so we have to make sure we look at our total farmers, and then here's how many we sell fruit. What I want you to do is solve that subtraction problem, write your answer on the line, and pause this video until you are done with question number 1 so that I don't start reading question number 2 before you're ready. All right, make sure that you have checked over question number 1. Question number 2 says, of the 32 farmers at the market, there are 5 farmers who do not sell vegetables. How many farmers sell vegetables? Again, make sure you set up your problem correctly. You have 32 farmers at the market and 5 do not sell vegetables. So how many farmers do sell vegetables? You need to solve that subtraction problem and write your answer on the line. Again, make sure you pause the video so that I don't move on before you're ready. Number 3, there are 47 apples in a big basket at the market. There are 24 apples in a small basket. How many more apples are in the big basket than in the small basket? This part says, write the number sentence with a blank for the missing number, then solve the problem. And I'm fine if you simply write out the number sentence that you're going to use to solve this problem of 47 apples in the big basket, 24 apples in the small basket. If you do not use an empty box for your missing number, that is fine. I would recommend that you set this up and down, and then also write it in a horizontal way right here for your number sentence, and write your final answer of how many more apples are in the big basket than the small basket. Again, make sure you pause this video when you finish number 3 so that I'm not moving on before you're ready. All right, we have some important information at the top. This tells how many eggs were laid by all the hens from 3 different farms. So we have Farmer Smith hens. His hens laid 319 eggs. We have Farmer Lopez's hens, and his hens laid 185 eggs. Farmer Chen's hens that laid 241 eggs. This is the information we are going to use for the next couple problems. Number 4, how many more eggs did Farmer Chen's hens lay than Farmer Lopez's hens? So you need to look at both of those farmers for this problem, Farmer Lopez and Farmer Chen's. Make sure you have the bigger number on top and write your answer on the line. Make sure you pause it and then unpause it when you are done with number 4. Number 5, how many more eggs did Farmer Smith's hens lay than Farmer Chen's hens? So now we're looking at Farmer Smith and Farmer Chen. So you're going to set up that subtraction problem, making sure that you, again, have the biggest number on the top. Make sure you pause it and complete that work. Make sure you're checking it so that you know it's all correct. Our final question is number 6. The market has a display of eggs. There are 473 new eggs on display. The farmers at the market have already sold 205 of these eggs. How many eggs have they not sold? So remember, in question number 6, We are not using the information up top. We are done with that information now. Now we have a display of eggs. We have 473 new eggs on display, and they have already sold 205 of these. So how many eggs have they not sold yet? Make sure you set up your subtraction problem and write your answer on the line down here when you are done. Okay, make sure you pause it as you finish that up. Now, as you have completed your test, make sure that before you turn it in, you look over every single problem. Make sure you have not made any silly mistakes in your subtraction, and make sure you always regrouped when you needed to. Okay, so double check each and every problem that we have gone through, and remember that if you want to rewind anything and listen again to make sure you did things correctly, that you may. Okay, make sure your name is at the top, and as soon as you've checked your work, you may turn it in.